Did you know that those sweet chocolate bars you enjoy every day could be silently poisoning your body? Many famous brands that seem absolutely safe actually contain lead and cadmium above the allowed limits, leading to kidney failure, osteoporosis, memory loss, and even harming children. Not only that, behind the shiny wrappers lie child labor, deforestation, and ethical violations. Here are 7 popular chocolate brands that experts and regulators have warned about. Hershey's. For decades, Hershey's has been the brand tied to American childhood and family. Sweet bars once appeared at birthday parties, school festivals, or simply in a child's lunchbox. With its friendly image, Hershey's was seen as the likable neighbor that everyone trusted. But behind the shiny foil, the year 2025 exposed a truth that shocked millions of consumers. Independent tests showed that Hershey's special dark milk chocolate contained lead levels of 0.9 micrograms and cadmium about 0.7 micrograms per serving, far exceeding the safety limits under California's Proposition 65. These are not harmless numbers on paper. Lead can cause memory loss and nerve damage, while cadmium triggers osteoporosis and weakens the kidneys. For older adults, the consequences are even more severe, as just a daily chocolate habit can build up toxic metals in the body. The risks go beyond health. Hershey's also faces a wave of ethical scandals. In March 2025, a lawsuit in New York accused the company of hiding toxic risks in its products. Soon after, Reuters revealed Hershey still bought cocoa from West African farms where forced child labor continues. One former child worker recalled being beaten for carrying a cocoa sack heavier than his own body too slowly. That image chills anyone who unwraps a Hershey's bar while somewhere else a child collapses under a 45-kilogram sack of cocoa. By April 2025, the European Union stepped in. Many Hershey's dark chocolate products were banned for failing new cadmium and pesticide standards. Germany and Sweden declared Hershey's dark chocolate not allowed on shelves until safety could be proven. Meanwhile, in America, angry parents flooded social media, admitting they had put these toxic bars in their children's lunchboxes for years. This collapse of trust raises a big question. Why would a company with more than 100 years of history risk everything? The answer may lie in cocoa prices, which surged nearly 40% since late 2024 due to droughts in Ghana and Ivory Coast. To protect profits, Hershey's is suspected of choosing cheaper, riskier options, regardless of health and ethics. But this temporary solution carved a permanent crack in consumer trust. Hershey's, once the safe sweetness of American families, has now become the textbook case of how profit can corrode ethics and public health. A bar meant to share joy now reminds people of heavy metals, child labor, and betrayal of trust. Lindt. Lindt has always prided itself on a luxurious image, golden foil wrapping truffles marketed as precious gems for someone special. For many, giving a Lindt box means saying, "You truly deserve the best." But the truth exposed in 2025 told a different story. Consumer Reports testing revealed that Lindt Excellence 85% cacao ranked among the worst for cadmium contamination, with 0.96 micrograms per serving, far beyond California's Proposition 65 safety threshold. Cadmium is a toxic metal that can cause kidney failure, osteoporosis, and long-term health damage when it accumulates in the body. For older Americans already worried about fragile health, eating a piece of Lindt chocolate is like swallowing poison wrapped in gold paper. The danger does not stop at health. The Guardian investigated Lindt and found ties to illegal deforestation in Ghana. More than 7,000 protected forest plots were cleared for cocoa farming, destroying Africa's fragile ecosystems. Worse, Lindt's supply chain was linked to child labor. Young kids worked barefoot under the sun, spraying toxic pesticides with no protective gear. Such images turned Lindt's long-promoted idea of fair trade into a bitter joke. Under public pressure, Norway and Denmark restricted imports of Lindt dark chocolate for failing to meet EU cadmium standards. Social media filled with videos of consumers tossing Lindt truffles into trash bins, golden wrappers fluttering like little confessions. The luxury image Lindt spent decades building has now cracked badly. Godiva. Godiva has long symbolized romance and elegance. Heart-shaped chocolate boxes filled Valentine's ads, while golden bags turned ordinary days into special anniversaries. But beneath the sparkle, The year 2025 revealed a chilling truth. According to Consumer Reports, Godiva 72% dark chocolate and signature truffles contained 1.1 micrograms of lead per serving, an extremely dangerous level, especially for seniors. Lead is a neurotoxin that can impair memory, harm brain function, and damage kidneys. A retired woman in Florida even sued Godiva after developing chronic kidney disease, claiming she had eaten Godiva dark chocolate for more than a year without knowing she was ingesting poison. The issues went beyond heavy metals. A report by Amnesty International showed Godiva's supply chain still linked to child labor in West Africa. Children as young as 12 worked long hours on cocoa fields, spraying pesticides all day, without gloves or protective clothing, earning less than $2 for a 12-hour shift. Godiva's promises of premium and ethical were built on stolen childhoods. The fallout was immediate. Belgium, Godiva's homeland, temporarily restricted exports of Godiva dark chocolate due to cadmium levels above new EU limits. Around the world, consumers shared videos smashing Godiva boxes captioned with biting words, "Luxury is not worth the price of health and children's stolen youth." Ghirardelli. Ghirardelli was once compared to a sweet postcard from San Francisco, a brand evoking safety and warmth. Its small chocolates were tied to Christmas gifts, family gatherings, or simply adding elegance to afternoon tea. But in 2025, that friendly image cracked when the truth came to light. According to a report from the Environmental Working Group, Ghirardelli Intense Dark 86% cacao contained up to 0.88 micrograms of cadmium per serving, exceeding California's safety standard and approaching the European Union's ban threshold. For older adults, this heavy metal can silently erode bone health and strain the kidneys. In March 2025, Ghirardelli faced another legal blow when it was sued in Illinois for using slogans like "carefully crafted" while the reality was toxic content. Consumers felt betrayed by a brand they had once trusted without question. At the same time, Bloomberg published a shocking investigation. Ghirardelli's cocoa, through parent company Lindt and Sprungli, was linked to land grabbing and deforestation in West Africa. Many Ghanaian farmers were forced off ancestral lands to make way for industrial cocoa plantations, while thousands of hectares of protected forests vanished without a trace. By May, Germany temporarily banned imports of Ghirardelli dark chocolate, and images of destroyed pallets spread across social media. The hashtag #NotMyGhirardelli became a wave of outrage, turning a once iconic American brand into a global betrayer of trust. Nestlé. For more than a century, Nestlé has been tied to the sweet memories of millions of families. Toll House cookies, a hot cocoa mug after a cold winter day, or chocolate chips sneaked by children all carried the Nestlé brand, but in 2025 that kind grandmother image collapsed completely. The US FDA discovered that Nestlé Toll House dark chocolate chips contained 1.05 micrograms of lead per serving, far beyond the California Proposition 65 safety limit. Lead is a neurotoxin that harms children's cognitive development and accelerates memory decline in seniors. Many parents broke down in tears, realizing they had unknowingly poisoned their kids with the chocolate they trusted for years. At the same time, a Reuters report exposed the dark side of Nestlé's cocoa supply chain in Brazil. Journalists uncovered forced labor, many migrant workers trapped in debt working 12-hour days in toxic conditions, earning only $2 and living in makeshift huts. A brand built on family warmth was profiting from misery elsewhere. A bitter paradox. The fallout was harsh. The European Union, France, and Belgium all issued warnings, even banning imports of several Nestlé dark chocolate products. Viral videos showed supermarket staff pulling Nestlé off shelves with the hashtag #betrayal, spreading rapidly, turning a kitchen staple in America into a global symbol of disappointment. Mars, Snickers, M&M's, Dove, Milky Way. Mars owns a portfolio of global chocolate brands like Snickers, M&M's, Dove, and Milky Way, familiar names in candy jars across millions of homes. With colorful ads, Mars positioned itself as chocolate for joy. But in 2025, lab tests revealed a bitter truth. Many of Mars' dark chocolate products were ranked high risk for cadmium by Consumer Reports, a heavy metal that causes kidney failure and osteoporosis when it accumulates over time. Worse, Mars has been repeatedly investigated for child labor in its cocoa supply from Ivory Coast. Children as young as 10 to 12 carried massive cocoa sacks and even handled toxic pesticides without any protective gear. The irony, while children lost their childhood to supply Cocoa Mars, kept pushing the slogan of bringing joy to customers. Today, when holding a pack of M&Ms or a Snickers bar, many no longer feel joy as the ads promise, but only the bitterness of betrayal. The colorful candies hide a painful truth. Mars chocolate contains not only sugar and cocoa, but also toxic heavy metals and the stolen tears of childhood. Trader Joe's dark chocolate. Trader Joe's has always been loved by American consumers for its friendly image, affordable prices, and especially products promoted as a healthy choice. But in reality, the truth behind Trader Joe's dark chocolate bars has sparked outrage. In 2023, a lawsuit in New York accused Trader Joe's of selling dark chocolate products with lead and cadmium levels above safety limits. These are two heavy metals that can cause dangerous conditions from nerve damage to memory loss and kidney failure. For a brand long praised for caring about customer health, this shock was nothing less than a slap to consumer trust. The reaction came quickly on social media. Countless American consumer groups called for a boycott of Trader Joe's, seeing it as the perfect example of health being disguised by marketing. The image of a healthy, everyday brand turned into that of a betrayer, leaving a bitter aftertaste for those who once trusted completely. Chocolate was once seen as a symbol of joy bonding and sweet memories, but today, many brands have turned it into a bitter lesson. Behind the shiny foil lies a harsh truth. Heavy metals, child labor, and deforestation are quietly present in every piece of chocolate you eat. If you want to protect your health and preserve trust, you need to start changing today. Choose brands that publish independent and transparent lab results, such as Alter Eco Tony's, Chocolonely, or Dandelion. Prioritize fair trade organic products with clear sourcing certifications, or more simply, make chocolate at home with organic cocoa butter, low cadmium cocoa powder, honey, and nuts to be sure that what you eat is healthy and clean. Do not let familiarity and nostalgia fool you, turning you into a victim of a system that values only profit. Demand transparency, make smart choices, because your health and the health of future generations is not worth trading for a fleeting sweet bite. Thank you for watching this video until the very end. If you found the content useful, please share it with your friends and loved ones so they too can know the truth. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next videos. See you in the upcoming ones.